Hello and welcome back to me in the shed. Today, I we had a Zoom meeting last night and we're discussing stuff for the Children's Hospital again. It's come around after Christmas, it's right and quick. So they want stuff for Easter and Mother's Day. So they want wee chickens, wee chicks, and bunny rabbits, and small eggs, and quite a list. And wee rolling pins, and what else did they ask for? There was something else. I just forget. But today I'm going to make a couple of wee chicks, or wee rabbits. Sorry, I was just brushing up on my knowledge on YouTube there. I watched a couple of videos before coming out. So I've got these wee bits of what they were. They're out of builder's yard, and they were skids for the lorries coming in. Uh, this one, this one here has got that groove up the middle where the tie the strapping round on some of them. So we'll have to turn it around and get it sorted out before we do anything with it. And the wee bunny rabbits are they don't like they're not complicated. They're more like shapes of eggs. So a bigger shaped one and then a smaller shaped one will give you the head, and then a couple of ears, and uh, you can use a whatever you like for the ears. I seen the guy I was watching on YouTube. He used bits of leather he cut into like oval shapes for the ears, or you can glue two small pieces of wood together with a paper joint in, and then just shape them, and then separate them, and then stick them in. So we'll get the lathe up and going here. I'm just looking where my face shield is. I don't know what this wood's like. There's a nice big crack along there, so I don't want it flying off and hitting me. So again, if you have variable speed on your lathe, please turn it down before you start the lathe up. I just want to bring this to the round. When you're roughing anything down, you want to get your stance right. You don't want to be moving your feet anywhere. You want to move your body back or forward. If you're starting out turning, most turners will go straight to the end and then come back and start again. And that's the way to do it. When you get a wee bit more confidence, you can just go back and forward without lifting the tool from the end to the start. That should be near enough at night. I'll just have a wee look. We'll see where that crack is. It's there. So we'll switch tools. Um, eh, you can use whatever tool you want here. You can use spindle gouge or roughing gouge, whatever takes your fancy. I'm going to use the bowl gouge here. We'll just switch over to spindle gouge now because the tip of it is shaped better for cutting in. We'll just refine the shape here. Again, we need to just tidy that up a wee bit at the bottom here. I'm going to use the skew chisel. Sand those wee nubs off the end. You can make your bunny rabbits whatever size you like. I'm working with what timber I have. Uh, the children will be painting these, so there's no finish going on them as such. So that's one part of it done. So we'll mount the next piece in. We'll get the head made. Again, it's the same timber. Uh, right, I think that'll do that. Just roughly getting it down to the shape I want. I'm not too worried about the cuts I'm taking. I'm just removing timber. I'll just have a wee look at that. I want to lessen the point on this a wee bit. It's a wee bit too pointy. Same with this end. I'm just back with sandpaper. Right, this is just a piece of skid again off the big skids we got the hold of some time ago. That's a wee cutting off it. Most of the skids are pine, so again, so what you want to do here, rough the center down. If you're going to be cutting it on the bandsaw, leave the square ends on it so you've got flat ends. And one end of it will be going into a point, so I'm going to make this end the pointy end. And drill a corresponding hole. I just got to drill a drill size, measure it on the calipers, and then when you need, you know what size of hole to drill. Now, because I'm cutting this in half, it will be too big. I know that. But there's plenty of sawdust in your workshop now when you start doing this. Mix it with a wee taste of glue and fill it in and let it dry and then sand it off. This is the quick way of doing it. The other way is to get two reasonable sized pieces of wood and glue them with a piece of paper in between. And once you've turned that, it's only a matter of separating them. Uh, Doing it this way, you're risking your fingers on the bandsaw. That's why I left these flat ends, so I can position it and it'll run flat. So I'm going to take this over to the bandsaw and cut it. So there we have two ears. So we'll just break those. That's the wee one, the wee bit I want to keep for drilling a hole. So take that wee bit off. We'll just get our Stan's knife and just make a wee. I don't know if you've noticed lately. See the Stanley knife blades? I think they're using less steel to make them with. See, we put too much weight on them, they just break. There's no rigidity in them at all. And what you want to do here is decide what way it's going to sit. It's going to sit there. So I want to put a flat end on this. Put the dust extractor on. I'll just change that camera around so that you can see. Oh, where I have it sitting flat now. So I want a flat end on the top of here. So I'm just going to mark it with a pencil so I can get it right. And again, we just take it to the sander. And you don't need an awful lot because that's all wonky. That's This bunny rabbit's going to be lopsided. And again, just do a wee bit at a time to see where your thing is going to sit. I'll just show you what I'm talking about. There's it there. 3 different sizes of drill bits for dials, and then the wee pins for fitting in it and locating your piece. You get wee stop gauges things for the drill bit so you don't go too far, and the jig itself. So what we're doing here is I want to roughly put that in the center, and let's see if they fit in, and they do. So they just need glued in. And just going to set them up here so you can see that. They won't stay in. I'm going to have to get the glue and a wee bit. We'll do that again, Paul. I'm going to take this helmet off in a minute because I keep bumping into things. Alright, that's it off now. Where's it here? And where on my headset is sitting, it was digging into my ear. So I'm just going to mix that with a pencil this time, not my fingers. Sort of push that down in with it as you put it in. When you get it in, my head fell off. When you get it in, we can use a pencil to just scrape those wee bits out. You can sand this later. All I want to do is get it so that it is nice and steady. You could have the bunny rabbit, here's camera again, Paul, tail stack. You could have the bunny rabbit sort of looking at you that way, or you could have it right around the front that way. Okay. As I said, there's not an awful lot to it. You sort of need to, and that's not in right. I think I made that too big. The hole's not big enough. I need to re-examine the hole here and put a wee bit more depth in it in the head part, because the drill was veering off that wee bit. That should be enough room now. It wasn't going down, sitting flat on the body. put a wee drop of glue on the top of that, and then we'll put it back on. You're probably saying to yourself, how many of these are you going to make, Paul, for the hospital? I was thinking 10. So there we are with Buzz Bunny. It still has to get a wee tail, so I'll get a different colour of wood, and we'll make a wee tail for it. It's a piece of ice, so that should be okay. I hope. Right. Right, again, we'll just rough down the size we need. There's a wee hole in that where the spur drive or the drive centre was in. So that's one wee tail made. We need to drill a hole. I need to get the drill. So even though I'm just making this one now, when I go to make a 10, I'll do all the ears, the body, and on the head, and then the tails, all at one go, instead of going back and forward and doing them one at a time. And then you have a wee production line of gluing up when you go to put them all together. And that wee fella fits in there. And we just a glue on that. And that would be our bunny rabbit done. Or one of them, I should say. There's a wee bunny on a table. Cute wee thing. So there's my version of the bunny rabbit. I didn't work to anybody's given design. I just took a lot from what I watched online, and then more or less made it up as I went along. Could have done better here with the centering of that drill. It wandered off there, but it's the first one, so I can correct that when you're making the next one. So the next one I seen was a wee bit different in the setup. This one sits in an egg, or half an egg. We'll get a bit of this on the lathe and we'll rough it down. The cylinder for bunny number 2. I should say bunny number 1 of a different one. Stop that and have a wee look and see if we're down the round, because it's getting a bit small now. I need it as big as possible. There's a wee flat just on this end. Right, let's see what that's like. Again, there's the base of the piece is the bottom half of an egg, and then uh, is inside again, and then the body part pops up the top, and then the head. You can do this all. I think I could do this all as one, but I don't know. I think he did it all as one. So this is my interpretation of his. There's very little glue up on this one, but the only thing we're gluing is the ears, because we have the egg cup itself, and then the bunny rabbit in the egg cup, and then the head. Oh, throwing the tools all over the place. I already have a flat part for it to sit on, so we'll just take this top bit off, and I'm just going to use the sanding disc to do that, and put that wee flat bit in it for the ears to sit in, and just give the bottom a wee clean up. There. I know they're not flat, but it still gives me a wee bit of leeway to put it through the bandsaw for for it to rest on. Right. Uh, and again, we'll take this off to the bandsaw and see if I can cut it. And it worked okay. There's one ear. There's 2 ears. I'll just cut that wee bit off the bottom. And just finish it off with a wee bit of 120 to take the roughness off it. It's a great bit of fun making me things like this, because you know the kids are going to enjoy painting them and decorating them and stuff. The stuff we give them over the years, it gets the parents involved, and it's good to see, because when they're in hospital, you know, it's not a nice place, and a wee bit of something to do. That one wandered a wee bit. I'll just see what it's like when it's in. Looks alright. There you are, guys. A Norway bunny sitting in an egg cup. So we'll glue that in, and that'll be for 2 for the day. And then I'll just bring the camera around and show you both those. So I just say I can put sort of a wee face on them later, wee eyes and wee nose. So that's the first one we've done, and then there's the second one, and they're cute enough wee things, and they don't take long to make, and it's just a matter using your imagination, getting back to your childhood. You know, you didn't make things like these when you were young, and now's your opportunity to make some for others, which is it's a positive, it's a good thing. Uh, keeps your mind motivated and around the rest of the trusts here in Northern Ireland, and I think it's a very good thing, and it's a good thing for us as a club because it gets our members off their backsides into the shed and doing something, and it keeps the old mind sane. You know, there's nothing worse sitting there looking at 4 walls or looking at that square box. But anyway, guys, seriously, uh, hope you're all safe, and be positive. Just get into your sheds and do a wee bit of turning, and just do something instead of sitting, because there's nobody else going to do anything for you. So, bye.